How are all these people going to die?
And this is it. Today, you're sort of seeing the answer to that question play out in real time. Why is the world going to war? I mean, right across the planet. Okay. The social media algorithms are not themselves nefarious. Facebook has every good intention to create despite what you hear on TV and the whistleblowing lady and all this stuff. I have no doubt at some point, for instance, she said this is probably going to cause some damage down the road, mental health issues like that. And I have no doubt that Facebook said, yeah, but you can't prove that. And so we're just going to set it aside. Like I would have done what Facebook did, just for clarity. I don't support what she said. Okay. Do you know how many people inside of Microsoft come and complain all day long that the software of Microsoft's going to wreck that? And the answer is it's a huge number. Okay. Zuckerberg did not treat her poorly. Like that's, in my estimation, she's a martyr, she's got a cause and all of these sort of things. And I just don't agree with the assessments that the algorithms were designed to harm people. And, it's this some marketing manager somewhere said this and it was on an email and therefore that's proof, that the company was misbehaving. Well, the legal person is not a marketing manager. If the legal person is a corporation, it's officers, directors, and all the processes and everything that works up to it. Now, having said that, do the algorithms cause harm? Well, let's talk about the number one vector for spies. It's no longer 007 in the gun or some dude hiding behind something. All they do now is park their rear ends, create fake accounts, and publish stuff that is, and I'll describe it in simple terms, that is related specifically to hot issues. And what they do is they don't try to change your mind. They just try to behavior modify you in one direction or the other by a few points. And then the next day they do the next one, the next one. By the time you know it, you're over here thinking that, the West is the worst place that's ever existed. Capitalism needs to be replaced with communism. Up is down, black is white, girls are boys. I mean, all this stuff, they sort of, what I call the cuckoo, the crazy making that you see in reels and in shorts and in just regular videos on YouTube or posts, they're increasingly extreme to the point that foreign wars are now playing out on our streets here in Toronto, where actors, like 50 people, are now attacking each other on Toronto streets. Yeah. In Canada, the safest, wealthiest place in the history of the world. Okay, let's be crystal clear on this point. When I say people are going to die, that's what I'm talking about. And if that's happening here in Toronto and in Canada, the safest, calmest, most peaceful ever, what do you think it's doing in the Middle East or in India or in Pakistan or in Bangladesh or in China or in Russia or in Europe? The world has become a tinderbox, and tinderboxes are dangerous because emotions prevail during tinderbox times. Okay, there is no rational argument that I could make online when I speak to, and I do it. You see me fighting with people online all the time. But I'm never the guy saying you're an idiot or you're a racist, I'm racist, you're a whatever that is. I'm the guy saying this is irrational, what you're saying. What you should be thinking is this. And then the trolls come in, these guys that I'm telling you about, you're da, 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 and they go through the list, right? But then they find out I rank all of them on the victimhood scale, and then I smack them with the club and they have to run away. But not everybody's so lucky. So let's say somebody like me loses their investor because I said something online or loses a job. How many if you took 1,000 of those people, how many does it take before somebody gets a gun and goes and shoots somebody? This stuff is so predictable that you can make mathematical models out of it and say this is the increase in the number of deaths that were unnecessary over a period of time and relate them directly back to social media.